Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing on the dedicated server here with DDG. We'll be joining him in just a little bit in his chat there. He's a live streamer here on YouTube. He's the one that owns this server. If you'd like to check him out there on YouTube, the link to his channel will be down in the description below of this video, along with him and others on my main YouTube page underneath the friendly content creator section. So if you get the chance, definitely check them out. Okay, so a few things here. Just one quick little thing. We are unable to go to 1.1, the update right now. This is mainly just because the people who are hosting the dedicated server, because Dragon owns the server, but he does not host it. He pays for a service to host the dedicated server on, which is, much cheaper on, PC resources. Yeah, the place where he has hosted it on, they're having to change a lot of other stuff to accommodate for 1.1 experimental. So that will not be available until tomorrow, which we will not be playing on this tomorrow. Well, he won't be anyway. So we're going to be recording this without doing 1.1, unfortunately. But I did do 1.1 on my single player, so check that out if you haven't got the chance yet. So in between episodes, I went ahead and finished the rocket fuel factory. Got the output going to the sink on the roof here. Got the rocket fuel going into this train station here. Now this train station is going to be serving a fuel plant, or I should say a power plant, out in the grass fields that Dragon is working on right now. I went ahead and built these blueprints to make these blueprints look really good. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's gonna be good when we start getting into the hundreds of these, because we're producing. We're producing 300 times 8, 2400 rocket fuel. 2400 divided by 10.42, which is how much they use. That is 230. And so yeah, when we start getting into 150 to 200 range, I imagine we're not going to be looking too good as far as FPS. We'll see, though. We shall see. What I might do, though, is I might make a lighter version without these lights on top. Just to kind of get rid of those in particular. Might get rid of the beam as well. But yeah, I designed these blueprints. These blueprints are actually pretty cool. They got lights in them. You've got that. Yeah, I might get rid of the lights. We'll see what happens, I suppose. If it starts to become too laggy, we'll just have to put down normal ones without the blueprint, unfortunately. But I went ahead and merged the power tower into it, and then built a fence around it so that it would be protected. We've got the lights kind of pushed in here as well, which look really good. I'm actually pretty happy with this. So we're going to be going over there and helping with that, as well as I'm going to be building a rail over to his location. So it should be good. So without further waste of your time, let's go ahead and hop on in to chat and hop on into his hop on into chat and join him on his little adventure. So yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Hello there.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
No, stuff and things.
Yeah, I was watching I managed, while I was at work, I managed to catch a few streams of people checking out 1.1. And yeah, man, it's got so much epic stuff in it.
It does. I played with a lot of it.
I was so sad when I hopped over to Nitrado going, well, I needed to do something with this old mass server anyway, so let me stick it on the Satisfactory experimental. And then I got the message going, yeah, it's not going to have that update.
Yeah.
Because what I was going to do was, my plan was that I was going to grab the save off of this server, copy it, and then load it into the second Satisfactory server to do experimental. That way we could play, with all the cool 1.1 stuff. Although I did see that a couple things got broken too, so hopefully that stuff gets fixed before it goes live. One thing that I saw that got broken was a slide jump.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did I ever? I don't know if I don't remember if I even used it in my video or not.
So yeah, when Bits was doing his thing, uh, he tested it thoroughly, and he went, "Nope, nope, it doesn't work anymore. It's broke."
Eh,
And he was sad, very sad,
yeah, well,
because then he didn't well because he couldn't do a slingshot off the train anymore.
yeah. Yeah, so many cool things. Trains as well.
Is this going to be big enough?
Like, I love the ability to create an intersection anywhere along my rail without
Oh yeah,
having to pre-plan.
yeah. There's so much that they added in that's so nice. I really like the stuff with the splits off the hypertube.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, with that, I actually may want to completely redo the hypertube network.
Oh yeah, you would. You would just have one hypertube go into several
Yeah,
factories.
with
So
splits coming off of it in different places and whatnot.
yeah,
And I decided to put signs at the splits to go, all right, this way takes you here, that way takes you there.
it's gonna need to be a pretty big sign and well before the split. You couldn't put it at the split because you'd never read it before you got there.
You just gotta be quick.
Yeah, the graphic for it is pretty nice though. It's very clear which way you're going.
Yes.
Yeah, which is
Well,
nice.
and then yeah, and when I said you just gotta be quick, well, that means that when you miss it, when you miss it, you're going, well, I guess I'm going back around the map until I can get back over here.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean the rail line's going to be going around the map. It's not no reason the hypertube can't.
Yep. So, oh, and the elevator carries. Oh, look at the doggo!
Yeah, I tested
Look how
that.
look how big he is.
Yeah. Too bad they're not the big like that all the time.
Right?
Just for today.
Look at that guy. It's massive.
But yeah, and
Jeez, how many berries is that guy gonna eat?
but yeah, being able to plan your factory around an elevator to take power between floors is really freaking nice.
It is. It is. Yeah, I saw that the elevator does carry power.
Yep.
And transfer power, so you can transfer power to each of your floors. And so no more of some of the wiring that we do currently, because, well, I mean, we came up with the most innovative methods that we could, but that's as good as it gets right now. So the elevator, I think, is going to help out a ton.
Yeah, mine's pretty clean.
Even if you never ride the, even if you never ride the elevator, you know, and then I saw that the maximum height of an elevator is 196 meters.
Yeah. And the maximum.
But then you just put a, but then you just put a foundation next to it, and you can build another one at 196 meters.
Yeah, the maximum floors though is only 25. There's only 25 buttons in the elevator.
Yep, and you can't label any of the buttons with a number.
No, I'm hoping they change that though. I want to be able to do numbers and letters. So I can do like ground floor, basement, and then 1, 2, so on.
Yep. So do you think, you saw how far down I went down over there, do you think this is going to be big enough?
You're gonna need, a little over 200 generators, so no.
Well, it won't be over 200 generators, because you've already got 33 over there. and we max out at, what was the number? 230.
It is 230. Yeah, it's like just a little over 230.
So you got 33 over there, so 197 over here.
Yeah,
So yes, I know it's going to be a lot, but
maybe we should pack it or factor in the packager as well.
that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, we probably only need one packager, so.
Yeah, and I think it's barely going to use any rocket fuel.
Yeah, but still factor it in. Because we can have that run into the sink after it's filled up the dimensional depot, so.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I'll just have a train station bringing aluminum ingots over here, and we can make them and package.
So, and I was thinking...
Part of this is 2 meter and part of this is 4 meter.
Yeah, I was trying to do it 2 meter, and then when I used the one that was on my hot bar, the one on my hot bar was 4 meter. I didn't notice it until after I put the stuff down. But what I was thinking is that the train could come in here through this arch.
Let's see where my rail line's at the moment.
Over there somewhere.
Yeah, I think they're on the other side. Well, yeah, they can come in around the back.
Oh, then the fact that you can destroy the drop pods in 1.1.
Yep. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I like that, because then I don't do like I just did and go, oh, look, a drop pod. And I go over to it, and the hard drive's already been taken out of it. Yeah, that's it. There's the rail line. And the rail line can come straight to the arch. Should be able to come over the arch with no problem at all.
And another thing I really love as well is the curve. The curve pipe and belt modes make things look pretty.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to try those out, but
and it's not just vertical, or it's not just a horizontal curvature either. It's horizontal as well. It's not as good in horizontal mode. I'm hoping they fix that, but it is pretty decent. It does a lot better job than noodle mode does, I'll tell you that much. So we could have some really smooth hypertubes as well.
Nice.
Because I was looking at it with the hypertube when you do hypertube mode especially with vertical and stuff like that. It just so nice. The curve mode for pipes as well. It's just, you do beautiful things with that. And I could finally do what I've always wanted to do, which is do a massive circle with piping, which you can't do in 1.1. Well, you can, but it doesn't. It's not nice.
Right.
It's jaggedy, and it's not impossible, but it will take like something that in 1.1 would take me 5 minutes. In 1.0 would take me about 2 hours to make it look somewhat clean.
Oh shoot! I thought that I'd picked a good spot that was.
Just shift it over a little bit to get on this side of the west side of this pillar, because there's plenty of room to go west. So.
True.
Looks like right here might be the closest you can get to it. Oh, whoops.
There we go. Perfect.
Oh yeah, in big head mode.
Yep. It's for big ideas.
Yep. And just as long as you don't get a big ego about it, we'll be good. That's funny is over here, this foundation like is just 2 meters off the ground. This little piece of land. And we're out of concrete.
Yep.
Those uploaders definitely can't keep up. Alright. After this.
I was trying to go ahead and fill in an area here for you to be able to do your trains.
Mm-hmm.
Parts purchase confirmed. Promotion delayed by X times part value plus fix-it stock value.
So, my layout for the fuel generators is going to partially depend on where you want to put the train stations.
They're probably going to be over here, near this archway. That way we don't have to go all the way in deep.
Yeah, well, that was the question. Is coming through the archway? Are you going to be coming straight down?
Probably this. Come through the archway, go north. Take a corner and go north. Then I'll take up this weird little space.
Okay.
That we can't really fill. We can't really, make it all squared.
That was kind of the idea I had myself.
If we get rid of all these damn trees.
I was working on it.
I have snowballs.
All right, I'm grabbing a smoke.
Yeah, because we're going to need enough space for a 10-car train.
Right.
So.
Well, it looked like you had a 5-car train and a 10-car train.
Well, the 5-car is more for factory use.
Okay.
Because obviously putting a 10-car train for a factory is pretty hard to do, considering how much space it takes. And the 10-car train can be for offloading here. That way we offload mass amounts of volume of rocket fuel.
Sounds good. Also makes it where connecting to the rail line is going to be fairly easy because it's just right over there.
Yeah, you know what I actually might do is I might, because I planned on it anyway, I might make this, coming through that archway, I might make that part of the main rail line that continues off into the grasslands here.
Okay.
That'll probably be a good idea.
Hey, SNY.
Hello.
Yay, we have concrete again.
Well, a part of it also is I bought like 30 stacks of concrete.
Oh, okay.
So, like we'll be here all day if we're gonna freaking wait for that. Plus you get 500, so with 2 tickets, so not too bad. Looks like that's as close as we can get there.
This is going to be absolutely massive.
Yep. See if I can get a center hold on this.
So every pipeline will be able to fill close to 60 fuel generators. Because the fuel generators are using 10.42.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I can just do the... Because it's 57 and a half. So we'll just say 57 per.
Dang, I can't come right through the middle of the archway.
I was worried about that.
Yeah, well, the problem is that rock down there. That massive boulder. I can't just go straight
Yep.
through. Oh well.
It's going pretty well. We are working on building the area. So we got so much rocket fuel being made. So what I had to do was take 2,400, because we're making 2,400 rocket fuel a minute, and then divide that by 10.42, which is what the fuel generators are going to use, and that comes out to 230.3 fuel generators. That's a lot of fuel generators to build. And then do 230 times 625, and that is going to be producing, hold on, 230 times 625, and that's going to add us another 143,000, almost 144,000 megawatts of power. We're going to have enough for time travel.
Yeah, getting close.
Hey, why did you not blow up?
Yeah, one of the awesome things I love about the rail line is the new ways that it handles pulling your rail for corners and stuff. That is so awesome. Yeah, because what I can do is I can pull an S-bend out of a track because it acts like the belts do, where you pull the belt and then you move it over and then you can rotate the end piece or the end portion of that rail to do just about any corner you like.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, it is very, very handy. That, and yeah, like I said, being able to put the intersection wherever, also amazing. Because it acts like the signals do.
Oh, and being able to put your signals wherever you want to.
Yeah, we had that before. We just couldn't put them on the one side. It was right hand side only. So if you were left hand drive, you were kind of screwed. Stupid bird. Have a snowball. Went to throw the snowball and I stuck mid-throw. So I'm going to need to use that. I'm going to need to use the entire space all the way to that pillar.
I got it figured. Man, 10 cars.
Oh, crap. Actually... Oh, that's not... I got an idea. Okay. I'll have to go around the pillar. Yeah, that's right, because my 10-car train has to have a dual engine. And then you asked, does it actually need a dual engine? Yes, it absolutely has to. And that's not no joke, neither.
That I knew, because otherwise it's not going to be able to pull it.
Yep. If it's on the flat, it will pull it, but if it has to climb any hills that is any kind of long, it just goes... No, nope. I'm trying. So I need all the space plus being able to have the empty platform as well. Oh, also they give us a little more room for the train station. For the naming of the train station.
All right. All vegetation has been wiped off.
And if
All right.
your train name is too long to fit on the sign, it scrolls.
Very nice.
Yeah. They gave us a bit more space when it came to naming, because I often found myself like one thing short, like a letter or two short. Where it's just like, nope, you can't make any more. It's like, no.
All right. So now we go to blueprints.
Oh yeah, that and
Calculator.
the infinite nudge.
The infinite nudge made me very excited.
And the vertical nudge as well.
Okay, how do we want to do this?
Alright, so I'm going to be using these two spaces here.
So you said put it right there?
Yeah, right on top of me. Perfect. I am going to have some buffers in here, though, because that way, when the train station's unloading, the fuel doesn't stop for the generators.
Yep.
I'm going to be using those two, the space right here.
Oh, I thought I missed it.
I'll show you. Yeah, can you remove
Oh, okay. All right. I see.
Yeah, and plus
continue. Oh, that
Yeah.
didn't.
You got to remove the blueprint, not the parts. There you go. So
Oh, it's doing a weird.
oh, if the ghost of it's still there, that's fine. That happens to me all the time.
Hmm.
Yeah, let me put down this rail over here as well first. I'll give you an idea.
So this rail here is going to come straight down all the way to the end of the platform, right?
Yep, and continue on.
Yep. Okay.
But our return rail is going to be, or our coming off for a circle. It's right there. And we need a space for the pipe, so right here. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to have to bring the pipe down and under that rail.
Yeah, did you see how I did it on the fuel plant?
No.
Oh. Yeah, what I did was I brought it all the way up to the rail line here. And then on the other side.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, and the train fits just perfectly between the two pipe bends.
All right. That gives me my spot for where to put these now.
How you getting ready to... I need 2 spaces of foundation.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like this, hey. There we go. Two, three.
Okay. I do like this build of the fuel generator. I really like what you did with this.
Yep. It looks pretty nice. I was like, gotta do something. We can't just do what we've done previously. Might have to slide that over. Maybe half a foundation?
Thunder keeps on taking away more and more space to put these things down.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to build more. We're gonna have to build more foundation.
Well, we already knew that. Do you think on this one we're going to be able to fit all that? Probably not.
I was trying to line up with the pipe.
Sorry. But I have taken up all the space that I'm going to need to take up, though.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Well, you see, you're like, oh, I'm going to wait until you build your rail, and then we'll decide where to put it. I'm like, okay, so I'm building a...
Yep. Yeah, we are not going to get 230 of these on here. Well, 197.
We'll come close, though.
Oh, but let's put down... Real quick, let's throw down a packager.
Oh, yeah.
Folks, I want to get an idea of how much it's going to use.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it's going to use 100... Oh no, it's going to use 300 rocket fuel a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, do we have enough aluminum ingots to support that, though?
Empty fluid tanks.
150.
Needs 150 empty fluid tanks per minute. So those are made in the constructor, I think.
Yep. Not fully overclocked is 150, so it's 1-to-1, it looks like.
Okay. And yeah, I mean, we should have the ingots. In theory.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. No.
So... Okay. Yeah, I made sure not to put down 1.0 or 1.01 on my Satisfactory description because, you know, I didn't want people thinking that I'm showing off 1.1 tonight.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's not gonna be the case.
Yeah, I was very sad. Because 1.1 had so much cool stuff to it.
Oh yeah, a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, so that means we're going to have another train coming in here.
Yeah.
So I need to know where the other train's going to be so that I can plan.
Let's see here. Yeah, we'll probably put the train station packager stuff all in one small area, probably, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Then it'll be a constructor, a packager, and a sink.
Yep.
And of course, a dimensional storage.
So 150. What do you reckon? Like 2 train cars worth of aluminum ingots?
Oh, that should be plenty. Yeah. Now I just got to figure out the mathing on on how we're gonna lay out this network. So the thing that's not confusing me is, all right, I'm gonna do rows of turbo fuel generators or rocket fuel generators. The thing that does have me, trying to rack my brain a little bit is how am I gonna run the liquid? The 2400. 2400 divided by 6 gives us. Wait a minute. $2,400 divided by 600. That can't be right. Gives us 4 pipes worth.
Right. That seems right to me.
It's 57.5 generators per pipeline. So we'll call it 57 generators per pipeline.
Next, you don't want to go up to that 600.
Or maybe we'll do 56. That way we can keep it an even number. 56 per, and that way we've got the overage to go into the packager.
Right. But how many pipes is that going to be?
4 pipes.
I meant for each of your groupings.
1 pipe per grouping. 1 pipe per 56.
Okay. Alrighty, so we'll split the train up half and half. 5 cars per set, and then... But yeah, 5 cars per 2 pipes. 2 pipes coming out of one 5 cars, and 2 pipes coming out of the other 5 cars.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means we gotta do... So that means we can't do this exact thing. I'll have to, If we get rid of this pipe, that'll get rid of the whole lining up for it. And we'll do all the merging, or do all the merging underground. Or under the train line. Yeah, so you just put them where you think you need it, and then we'll try to line up the pipes to your build rather than having the pipes first.
Okay. All right.
That'll make things a lot easier.
So 56 divided by 2. That's 28. All right. Let's see how many of these. It'll be close. Ish. So, blueprint. Try to line up a little bit farther off the rail line. That way the train's not clipping through the...
Yep. Nudge it to your right once. Perfect. Then your center.
Okay.
And then... Oh. That's okay.
Oh, did you need me to move it?
No, you're fine. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I was just thinking to start. But so okay, so the way these blueprints work as well is the fence is only on one side of the blueprint and not the other, so that when you put them together like that, you
Yep,
don't
I
have
saw that.
overlap. You don't have extra fencing.
Mm-hmm.
So they're meant to go exactly next to each other. They're a little bit hard to put side by side sometimes because the hitbox is a little funky, but
So a function of 1.1 that I don't know if you got to experience yet, but this was really epic to me.
yeah.
So you know how you can use your little gun and you say, all right, this is a machine that I need to build more of. So you right click, copy it, whatnot. Well, now when you right click and copy the machine, it doesn't just copy the machine, it copies the recipe.
And it doesn't just copy the recipe either. It copies the color.
Right. And the power charts.
Yeah, it just copies everything.
Yep.
And you could turn that off or on off depending on what you want. I was looking in the options as well, and there was a couple options related to how the dismantle crates appear, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because a lot of the times you would dismantle something and it would put the crate like just below the surface of like foundation or anything like that. So now you can change it to where it's on the player instead. So when you get a dismantle crate, it'll put it at your feet, so that it's easy to find. And there was also something about dismantle crate merging too, but I don't know how that would work.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eight. Trying to get one row down so I can figure out how much more foundation we're gonna need. 9. Okay.
This has been Counting with DDG.
Alright, so we needed, we're just gonna do another row of 10 over here, because that'll guarantee we've got the space.
Always build more than you think you need. You can always reduce. But it's pretty hard to expand when you're right in the middle trying to build.
But man, once we're done with this, the power grid
Yeah.
is gonna be epic.
Yeah, just doing what I did. I was watching the generators come online, and I'm just like, holy crap. Just this little bit is a huge jump.
Right? And then we're gonna do this.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. The power generator blueprint moved in the list.
Oh, yeah. That happens. Why couldn't I?
15. 16. 17. 18. 19.
'Well, you should build those a little slower.
20. I don't think I can build them much slower.
Yeah, it's just if you try to build too many blueprints at one time, it puts a lot of strain on the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I broke it.
No, not necessarily, but it is possible. I know because I've crashed my game a few times, building extremely fast with blueprints.
Oh, okay. Now, putting these back to back though, the fence. Let me.
Well, I plan to you know how much space is taking up on the front of the thing to the next foundation. Put the same amount of space in between each of the rows.
Put a little opening.
Yeah, it looks
I know. I mean, I've got the opening that I'm gonna do for the pipe coming down.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about when I do the next row after the second row,
Yeah,
the third row, its back is gonna be facing.
Yeah, I'll show you kind of what I mean. And you kind of need to space them out a little bit anyway, because of the lights.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the light does come over the fence. Okay.
Let's see. Same spacing. Right there. Right on the edge. There we go.
All right, that's 4. Need 4 more. Ooh.
Oh.
This is gonna wind up an issue.
Yeah, what we'll do though? Take off one line of generators and put it at the other end. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, look. A creature made it all the way up here somehow.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, you know what's funny about that?
He shrunk.
That's the size. That's the actual size of the hitbox for them creatures. It's about the size of this person.
So somebody threw him in a dryer.
No. I'd imagine he'd be in little bits rather than just one bit.
I used up all of that empty space in the grassland. 'Cause I'm looking at the iron ore and whatnot that's sitting over here. Oh, the radar's not picking up everything over here. We need another radar.
Yeah, it looks nicer with a bit of space right here anyway. Plus we can put the packager and stuff in this area. How to say?
Yeah, I've seen the upload speed still kind of bouncing around a little bit, but not as bad.
That's good. Oops.
Well, it really is not a lot of generators. Well, no, it is. Come think of it.
This is more than the turbo fuel.
I was gonna say this is more than what we got on the turbo fuel.
Yep. And we're we're pushing it quite a bit. Now let's check all these distances real quick and then
All right, so you're taking off that front row, right?
I already did.
Okay. And I went ahead and added one here to the back. That way we got our 21.
Cool. That's good.
All right. So it's basically 20 more foundation.
That's good. Just checking the distances between these before I
Gotcha.
say good at this end. That's good. That's good. Okay. All the distances are the same except for this one from the very first row. But aside from that one, everything's centered.
Awesome.
Oh, that and the, there's another cool thing about 1.1, the blueprint auto connect.
Oh yeah, I saw that. However, it's got some quirkiness to it.
It's a little bit weird, yeah. But some of the weirdness I do understand why it had to be that way.
Yeah, well, I saw him built a blueprint that had belts, pipes, and rail line on it, and the auto connect wouldn't. You could make it work for one of the two. You could either make it work for the pipe and the belt, or you can make it work for the rail line. It wouldn't work for both.
Yeah, that's probably just a bug that is not intended. So,
well, it looked like what you gotta do is with the rail line, you can't run it all the way to the edge. To get it to auto connect. But I didn't see him actually fix the issue, so I don't know that that's actually the fix.
yeah. Yeah, the thing I found out too is that you do have to have at least a little bit of a stub of belt and pipe for it to recognize what to connect to.
Right.
Yeah, because otherwise it doesn't or otherwise it doesn't know that you're trying to connect between two mergers or two splitters with a belt, and even if it did, it wouldn't know what what speed of belt you wanted. So you gotta
Now,
put a little nubbin on the end of it.
so I'm hoping you got to experiment with it because I didn't get to see anyone actually experiment with this one thing that I was actually excited about,
Okay.
and that was the ability to put the splitters and mergers on the lifts.
Okay. What do you want to know? Because I've played around with it quite a bit.
I mean, so the question is, how does it work?
Pretty easy. You just take your splitter, merger, whatever you want to place on that lift, and you just aim at the lift, and then
Oh, nice.
yeah, and then it works in 1 meter increments.
Yeah, and then I saw the, I guess it's the programmable splitter changed.
Did it? I actually didn't even think to look.
Yeah, I was watching Bits play around with it, and it's back to doing the whole you can send a percentage this direction, this direction.
Interesting. No, the one thing I do not like about the splitters and mergers going on the lift is it does make sense why it happens. I just don't like that it happens. Is you lose one of your ports. So you go from having 3 ports like a splitter, 3 ports going outwards,
To only two
to only 2
because
because one of them's
yeah.
taken up from the out port of the lift. However,
That makes sense.
they block off the sides, which I think you should be able to configure that to where you can control which side has the ports on it. I think that would be really nice.
That would be cool.
Yeah, be like block off there, like you just have a port and you just toggle a little thing that just toggles the port on and off, and it covers it
Well,
up.
if I've got time to get the server situated and everything, I'll copy the save over to experimental,
Mm-hmm.
and then next week we can play on it and play around with those.
I'll have quite a bit of experience by then.
I figured.
Because my save is going straight to 1.1. It's like, yep, I'm going to 1.1 because now that I've played around with it, I'm like, yep, can't live without it now.
It's got too much good stuff to. Yeah.
It does. Too many quality of life things.
The answer to that nerd garage is yes. All you have to do is ask Tundra. He's asking, at this rate, are we even going to need nuclear?
It'll be more for fun than anything. Because I still want to build my nuclear island, my man-made island made of concrete. Because I think that'd be amazing. One thing to avoid with 1.1, if you're playing on it, do not replace your block signals with pass signals or vice versa.
Oh, okay.
That crashes the game. They broke the replacement for it. So as soon as you replace it, it immediately crashes the game. Why? I do not know. Well, yeah, during the first 1.0 before they fixed it, the replacing like the Mark 1 wall connector with the Mark 2 wall connector also crashed the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back when 1.0 first released. But
it's not because of the left side signals. It's changing the signal from one type to another, and the game doesn't like it.
Yep. It's just because they mess with the signals, which introduced a bug.
All right, I'm grabbing a smoke, and then we're gonna put down the rest of the fuel generators. Then we'll run the pipeline.
All right, so what I've done is I've merged all the pipeline under the train stations, so we'll pull the pipes up where we want them to go. We'll pull them up
Okay.
out of the ground where we start the row.
Okay, where we start the row, or do you want to have an opening at every fuel generator?
What do you mean opening?
Do you want to have a floor hole at every
No,
fuel generator?
no, we'll be here
That'd
all
be a
day.
mistake. Yeah,
We'll be here all day doing that.
I was gonna say.
Because you can't even do it anyway. Not this close. If you do a vertical junction right above a floor hole, and you try to connect the two, it'll say the pipe is too short.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. What you'd have to do is you just have to pull the pipe up through the floor into the junction and just not have a floor hole at all.
Ah,
So yeah, it's way harder to do it that way.
all right. So once I get the rows, well, you've already got the rows started
Yeah,
down there, so you can drop the hole wherever it's going to connect at,
Yep.
and that'll be where we bring it in from.
Mm-hmm. Once it autosaves. Or you're gonna need to do something with all that concrete too. You have to pick it up.
See, I can't just remove the foundation, just let it drop through. It'll just sit there and hover.
Yep.
Well, and this won't kick on until we get our first load of fuel, so it'll be a lot of fun once we have the train set up. Well, I think the train's already set up. It just needs a destination.
I need to connect it to the main rail line. Still.
There is that.
Yeah.
But the main rail line's not far away, because it's just right over there at the cooling factory.
Yeah.
Now, what route the train takes to get here right now, that's open for debate.
There's only one way right now. It'll have to go up the spiral across the bridge, down into the purple jungle, and then up out of that way where the cooling system factory is.
Yeah, so it's gonna have to go through the middle of the map before it makes it over to us, because because that's how it's set up.
Oh, not to the
Even
middle of the
though
map.
Even though the plant's just right next door. I know, not the middle of the map. I was given.
Being dramatic.
Yes.
Yeah, it has to take that way that goes by your pressure conversion cube and radio control units. Has to go by that factory.
Is that set up right? It looks right.
Oh, you should be using blueprint mode as well, rather than default.
Oh, okay. How does that change things?
It locks the blueprint together much easier. Then you don't have to sit there and nudge it around, yeah. You just hold control and aim to the side of the other blueprint.
Oh. Oh, man. That's how you build this stuff so freaking fast.
Oops.
Oh, but it flipped them around. Did it?
Oh yeah, it started to. Once you rotate it to be correct, it'll fix it for the rest of them that you start placing. Just you weren't building in blueprint mode yet, so yeah. That's all right. They're easy fix because they're all exactly the same size. We just take out the ones that are wrong and flip them around.
That pile of concrete is going to fit right in the gap between the.
So you're like, I don't have to do nothing about it. It fits in there perfectly.
Other fact that because it's a extra artifact and can potentially cause FPS issues, I'd almost want to leave it there.
Yeah.
Just cause it'd be a conversation piece. What's with the concrete here? Well, you see,
What happened was,
one day I was having salad.
I could build my nuclear pasta blueprint. That'll be a conversation starter.
Am I building this too fast?
That seems to, by the time you place the next one, it's about built, so.
Oh, almost put one too many. All right, that's that row.
Yeah, so you added,
And
you
yay,
said you added the
perfect.
extra row in the end?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Save.
Jeremy, what's going on? So all the rocket fuel that we put together last week, we're now going to be training over here. We're going to run it on the rail over here, and we are going to be running a whole lot of fuel generators on rocket fuel. But we still got to connect all the power together. We got a lot of steps to do. But welcome. Sadly, I can't do the 1.1 right now because we're playing on a dedicated server, and 1.1 changed how the dedicated servers are working. And so I won't be able to upgrade the dedicated server to 1.1 until tomorrow. Or when I get around to it. Yeah, this is going to look absolutely epic. And yes, I'm glad you're putting the pipes that actually has the visual piece on them. Just because the rocket fuel in the pipes looks really cool.
Yeah, and that's the only reason I did that, was because it looks good. It has an effect. I believe it has a glowing effect too, a little bit.
Yeah, so we've got the train that's going to be bringing this is going to be bringing 10 cars worth of rocket fuel. Because we're making a lot of rocket fuel.
Yep.
Alright, back over here. Oh, wait, that's the wrong way around. Oh, I won't get my blue line to remind me of where I need to stop building.
Yeah. Freaking plant underneath here that's gassing up the place.
I thought I got rid of all those.
Yeah. I was just over here building my rail line and just like, where the heck? Why am I taking damage?
Oh, and there's one that's backwards there. It's hard to hold down shift and control at the same time to run and place blueprints.
You're not supposed to run and place blueprints like that. You're supposed to walk and place blueprints.
Why are you red? What's it saying is in the way?
Are you too close to it?
No.
It says at the bottom usually.
It's overlapping another object's clearance.
Well, that's
It's not saying
fine.
player's in the way. Oh, there we go. Now it's willing to put it down. That was weird.
Huh.
Missing materials. Oh. Ran out of rubber.
Oh, do you not have uploaders on that rubber factory?
I don't think so. I think I've got it all running into the train.
Hmm.
Should run down there and put a splitter on the belt. On the belts going into the sink. And have both the plastic and the rubber loading into a dimensional depot per belt.
Yeah, usually what I'll do is I'll put 2 uploaders on the very front of the train car, or the very front of the train station, and just kind of pull out of the train station to the uploader. Because you usually don't use that much, so.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if that works, cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yes, a lot of generators. So the math came out to we were making 2,400 rocket fuel per minute. Divide that by 10.42, so it's 230 fuel generators. And that's fuel generators that are completely overclocked. That's power sharded all the way up, running at 250%. But I'm gonna be really excited to see when we get the fuel over here and see this thing power itself on, because we're gonna watch our power just skyrocket.
Yeah, we'll be inclined to let the buffers fill up first. Let the train offload as much as it possibly can first, and then hook the pipes up.
And then let's see. Well, and I also want to let the belt, the pipeline kind of fill up too. So I figured, don't hook the pipes up to the generators, but go ahead and have the pipe running all the way down.
Sadly, that won't work because the generators are hooked to the power towers that are built into the blueprint. So they're going to turn on as soon as they get fuel.
No, that's what I'm saying. We won't give them fuel. We'll keep putting the junctions down and connect all the junctions straight down.
Okay.
But we won't connect the junctions to the generators.
Okay.
To let that pipeline fill up.
Yeah. Then once you get those all placed down, you get the you also get the honor of hooking between each tower.
Now, because we're going to use 300 of that fuel per minute to make packaged rocket fuel, that brought us down to 2,100. So 2,100 divided by 10.42 came out 201. And then with 201, he's already got 33 over at our generator factory. So 201 minus 33 came out to 168. And then with the 168, that's how we worked out our rows here. So we were doing 8 rows of 21, which gives us 168. With a little bit of overage, and that little bit of overage is on purpose so that the fuel generators will keep running while the train is traveling. And probably what we'll end up doing is letting the train deliver here multiple times, getting most of the pipeline filled up. How many pumps for the pipeline? You mean how many oil pumps am I running? Or how many I don't need any pumps for the pipeline.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. This is going to be a pretty long pipeline. It might want a pump.
Might. We'll see though.
Oh, the oil pumps? So oil pumps, I'm using all the oil over here at Crater Lake. And so it's a normal, a pure. We're not using the impure, funny enough. We've got a pump on it, but it's not hooked up. And then we've got these 2 pures as well. So we got 3 pures and 2 normals that we're using to make this. But what these were originally used for and what they're actually producing that we needed more plastic and rubber. We just weren't producing enough. So I've got a plastic and rubber factory going on here at 1,600 per minute, both rubber and plastic. But then I had the heavy oil residue. I had to figure out what I was going to do with that. And so the heavy oil residue, that's where we decided that we're going to do the rocket fuel recipe. That way, when we get into the next stage of the game, we'll be able to make ionized fuel. But in the meantime, we needed a place for all the rocket fuel to go. And at 2,400 rocket fuel per minute, trying to sink that was going to be insane. So instead, we went, all right, well, we're going to come out here to the empty space of grasslands and get us some more power. No problem. No problem. All right. How are we doing on rubber now? I gave it a few minutes. All right, we're better. Oh, wait, you said hold control. There we go. And Tundra has many, many, many more hours of experience in the game. And I feel like every time we play, I wind up learning a new trick to make my life easier.
Yeah, imagine if it was all planned out. I'm just sitting here planning on like a teaching schedule. It'd be hilarious.
But yeah, a lot of times what happens is that I'll come up with what we need or what the plan is for the stream, for what we're going to build. And then Tundra helps me out with it, but he's also helping make sure the rail line's running. Nerd Garage, who might or might not be in chat right now, also plays on the server with us. And so what we'll wind up doing is he'll ask, what are we needing at this point in time, and I'll take a look and see whatever it is we need to be progressing to the next stage, and I'll let him know what kind of plant we need, and then he'll go build that elsewhere on the map. But now we're to the point, because we've got so many raw materials and produced materials being made, that what we want to having happen is we'll go, all right, I'm building this plant, but I already know we've got X amount of stuff being made elsewhere. So we go, all right, Tundra, I need a train coming here delivering this. And then Tundra will build a train station, and he'll get the train schedule set up, and then we'll get our deliveries. Now, over where I'm making the rubber and the plastic, I don't think I've got you delivering anything over there.
No. Nope, just picking up.
I'll say that one's running pretty much autonomously for itself. But I have another factory that's right next to us that's making the cooling units, and I'm not gathering any raw resources there. Everything is being delivered. Every single thing that I'm needing to make the cooling units is getting delivered by train. But a lot of times what we'll wind up doing is we're trying to calculate, all right, how much of this do I need per minute? And then we'll build a factory in accordance to how much do we need per minute. Now the plastic and rubber stuff, those things are all summer slooped, so we can get the maximum out of them. The fuel, where we're making fuel, we did not summer sloop. Because last week when Thunder and I were playing, we were trying to do some calculations, and if I summer sloop the fuel, it was going to be almost impossible to convert all of it over to rocket fuel. The amount of stuff we were going to need to make that work was going to be absolutely insane. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean that we're not going to potentially do that in the future.
Well, part of the reason
Because-
was the sulfur.
Right. The sulfur. We had our limitation on sulfur, but we got sulfur nodes that haven't been tapped yet.
Yeah, decent distance away.
Exactly. We'd have to have it delivered by train.
There is no more room for trains. I might be able to fit another one somewhere else, but...
So with that being said, with that kind of setup and that kind of layout, the issue that we have now on the map, there are no more oil nodes. We've tapped all of it.
Nope, that's no longer true. I just remembered. It's all impure, I believe, but there is one more oil place to pull oil from. That
Really?
I've not touched, yep. And you can't even see it on the map because there's no radars that reach there. You looking at the swamp biome?
Okay, swamp biome, huh?
Right there.
All right. I'll ask you to ping it again in a second because I was having a cigarette.
Oh, okay.
But
But yeah, I just finished all my frame factories in my single player, and I put down a radar dish, and I went, oh, there's oil over here. I wonder if we got that in the server or not. It's all impure nodes, but it is an oil well.
It's still extra oil.
Yeah, it's an oil well, a pressure well.
Oh, okay.
So however many those have are all impure.
75. Overclocked, it'll be 75 per.
Okay.
All right, SNY. Have a good night. All right, back to what we were doing. Where am I? Where was I attaching? I was attaching here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick a big old marker on the map.
Oh, yeah, I was doing that.
Select icon, droplet. I'll make it a large icon too.
All right.
There you go.
I'll pull it up on the map just a second. Yeah, I added a radar tower over here because we've got resource nodes that aren't showing up on the map. So I think one of our radars isn't quite reaching out here. So I threw one down so that it'll show us everything in the grasslands. Pull the turbo fuel out, which will make everything run just a little better. Because then the sections of the plastic and rubber that aren't running will actually start running because 33 generators. Okay, yeah, it uses a trickle of the rocket fuel to kind of keep it going.
Yep, and that was my point. Was that at least some is getting used at all times.
But now we should have a lot being used.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially at the very beginning here, I'm going to be emptying that train station immediately. Alright, so...
Yeah, because that train station should be smack full.
Fuel... Fuel... Okay. Oh yeah, I was actually there when it filled up completely. Because I had to wait for the train station to completely fill up and everything to back up before I hooked up the pipe to the fuel generators.
So out of curiosity, because of how much we're making, how long did it take for the train to fill up? We got 10 cars. And
yeah.
I think each car holds 2,400.
Yeah, the train station holds more. But it did take quite a while for that to fill up. But also at the same time, I was simultaneously the way the pipe system works is if the pipes aren't completely full, you're reduced on your flow rate.
Okay.
Yeah, so the pipes weren't completely full, as well as I was trying to fill both the buffer and the train station at the same time. It took a long time to get everything full.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so, but hopefully, with everything being smack full now, it should fill up relatively quickly. But those buffers will also serve a really good purpose, which is when the train is in the middle of loading up, it'll or once the train's definitely finished, then it'll actually load at a full rate of.
Okay.
Each train station's going to fill up at 600 at the maximum the pipe speed.
Well, when I was doing the math on everything, I was trying to leave a numerical buffer as well, so that we had a buffer for when the train was traveling, while we're waiting for the next load.
Yeah. Luckily, we're as close as we are. It'll be pretty quick between trips. Okay, I'm turning on the train.
Cool. And since you're over there, go ahead and get that rubber uploading because I'm waiting for rubber again.
Okay. All right. This will be the first 10-car train on the server.
True. And it's all for one resource.
Yeah. Well, I've done it. I had done it on my single player. I've got one 10-car train and one 8-car train pulling oil.
I'm gonna run down to the train station just so that we can get thrown back, 50 feet because of the autosave.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, we weren't supposed to take a left turn there.
Oh, it looks like it already visited.
What?
I think it's already leaving.
What's already leaving?
I saw the red train with 10 cars on it, but the cars were all empty.
Yeah, I'm heading out to the fuel plant now.
Oh, you left from here.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I had to measure that little section of rail line with the 10
Gotcha.
car train. So
Gotcha. I understand now.
I was gonna say we missed our turn. All of a sudden, the train went up to like supersonic speed and then reset.
Oh,
They're getting ready to hit the spiral.
okay, yeah. If you're already at the spiral, that's gonna be quick.
Yep. So yeah, the distance is pretty short.
That'll keep us well loaded on turbo fuel then. And of course, oh, we should probably get that aluminum getting delivered here.
Okay, we're at the bottom of the spiral, pulling into the pulling up to the train station in a minute.
Okay. This is gonna be a massive train coming in here.
It's gonna be nice when it's got cars on it. It's got the big all. They're gonna be red and yellow, or red. It's like a red and traffic yellow. You know, the kind of orangey yellow. Because the fuel was red and yellow, so it's like perfect. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to hit the F key on those cars in a minute. They turn red sometimes, or the outline turns red for some reason.
Oh.
And we're leaving. Yep, all the machines turned on.
So this should fill up all of our industrial fluid buffers.
Well, it won't fill them because we're only pulling in 1600. And the buffers are 24. Like you said earlier, it's going to take a few loads before everything's full.
Oh, it's 1600 per car?
Yeah, 1600 per car at the train station, and the buffers are 2400, so...
But hey, that gives us plenty of rocket fuel coming in. And since we're not using any, it'll just keep filling everything up.
Yeah, we're climbing the spiral at 82 kilometers an hour. It's not very fast.
No.
Yeah, that's 2 engines. It's pulling, though. It's pulling.
It's doing the whole, I think I can.
It's probably got its, if it's got any, whatever the electric version of a turbo is.
Plus, I mean, a 10-car train trying to go up a spiral.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine freight trains trying to climb up a spiral in real life like that?
Right?
That's a lot of weight to pull.
That's where they kind of need a little bit of a downhill slope before they hit the spiral.
Yeah. I mean, the freight trains that we get around here, they're usually about a mile long. They'll have four to six engines per end, and all of them are running
Yep.
just to move the damn train. Yeah, and then people wonder why does it take trains so long to get started to get moving? It's like you realize how much power and torque they need to even begin to turn the wheels.
Yeah, but then when a train's loaded up like that, you know what it takes to stop that train?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the feet are not in the equation anymore. You're talking miles
Yeah.
at that point. Or kilometers, I guess.
Oh, did I tell you that on the tabletop game with my new character, with my new fancy gun and everything, 'cause, you know, playing a sniper, had to calculate the actual range on my gun because I was trying to figure out what my distance was. Oh, there it is. There's the wow! Look at that thing. Holy cow! That is a lot of cars.
Yep.
All right. First load of turbo fuel. No, rocket fuel.
Yep. Rocket fuel.
Oh, that's so awesome. Because it grabs all of the tanks.
Yep.
And it doesn't do the little partial load thing where it drops the container in and then picks the container back up. Nope. He went, no. The whole tank is going in there.
Yep. The train stations are empty, so.
Now, where's the rest of the container go, though? You know.
Well, I think the logic is the container is used as the actual storage. So the very first container that goes in is used as the actual storage. Now, after that, the logic goes out the window, but
That was awesome.
yep.
All right. I did finish that line, right? Gotta double check. Oh, did you get the additional upload for the rubber done?
I did not. I wanted to ride the train back, and I forgot. I'm going back now.
Okay.
I was just like, oh crap, yeah, I should do that.
Hey, I waited long enough that the rubber filled up pretty good,
I can get it later.
but at 50 rubber for everything that every generator I build, I go through it really freaking quick.
Oh yeah.
All right, 2 more rows. Yeah, and I've got rocket fuel in my jetpack, so.
Yeah, you're the only one.
I know.
Because you got rocket fuel out of the hub.
But here shortly, everybody can have rocket fuel.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting there though.
Now, we do need to wait for the train.
Yep, gotta wait for the train to fill up or fill everything up.
Because what we're wanting to do is make sure that all these industrial fluid buffers are full. So basically, when I see the train come by, and it goes, I pick up stuff, and that's it. You know, I didn't actually unload the train.
Yep. Yeah, you'll know because the train won't. The no animations will play. It'll just sit there for a little bit.
Yep. All right. All these industrial fluid buffers are full. I don't even see them fluctuating.
Well, they really can't fluctuate a whole lot because they can't go back into the train station because that's a one-way.
Yep.
Which is out.
All right. So we're just waiting for this pipeline to fill up. Oh, you missed the junction.
Yeah, I'm flying over it pretty quickly, so I might miss one or two. I figure when we go back through and place the little piping and go back to paint those, we'll grab the rest of them.
Ow.
Yeah, it's because the server sometimes lags slightly when you paint stuff, and you need
Where's my...
to fully make sure you got it painted. You do need to sit there for about half a second to a second, trying to paint it, holding down the mouse button.
Let's see.
But that is fixed in 1.1 as well. I don't know about server side, but in single player, when I was testing out painting the belts and stuff, because that usually makes your game lag when you try to paint belts. It doesn't no more. So they have definitely fixed that, which is nice.
Yep. I'm looking at the way this pipe's filling up and the speed that's filling up. It's giving me a little bit of concern. So I'm thinking
I have to go slowly, I think. Do a few generators at a time.
Well, I'm thinking we need to add a pump at the beginning of each of these lines. One of the Mark II pumps at the beginning of each line.
That's doing 558. This one's doing 572.
Right. What I'm looking at is when you get down all the way to the end of the line.
Well, right, because those pipes are less full, so you lose flow rate as you go down. Once the pipes are full, flow rate won't be as much of an issue.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the pipe's got to be completely 100% full for you to get the maximum flow rate out of it.
So then our best bet is when putting the pipes to the generators, we just start from the back.
Yep.
And work our way forward.
Exactly. And do it slowly. Don't like go massive Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah. All right, so curtain. Wait, what happened to here? We were at 150. Now we're back at 120.
I bet I have some flow rate issues at the other place. It could be the train station. Yeah, that does make sense since the train station is putting all of its effort into, well, since it's putting all of its effort into filling the train, it's not putting as much effort filling those pipes.
It sucked down everything from over there. I got you.
Yeah, so it's struggling a little bit. It'll catch back up, and everything fills back up again.
So yeah, we got a little bit of a waiting game here. You want to go ahead and get the aluminum getting delivered here?
Yeah. Do you remember if we had availability for 2 aluminum ingot cars, or was it just 1?
I'm pretty certain it's set up for 2.
Okay. I'm going to take a train over there then. Set these to unload. Okay.
Production. 1 constructor. Kind of line it up like. Sucks I can't swap the belt and pipe on the packager.
Oh, put the belt on the top.
Yeah. Well, that way the pipe could come up from underneath and plug up to the bottom of the packager.
Yeah. The aluminum ingots export, and then we need rocket fuel, package import, save changes, turn on self-driving. Uh-oh. No, come back.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I got stuck.
Oh.
I got out of the train and couldn't move. I was like, no, come back. I guess I can handle the... There's a little bit of lag all of a sudden.
Yeah, I had it too. Oh yeah. Yeah, the lag is real.
Okay. Yeah, open up the build menu right here for some reason. It's like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm having that happen myself. Something all of a sudden.
yeah. Oh, started to come back. Ooh. I wonder.
Oh, I want to be able to type on a smart splitter. Oh, I can. There it is. Oh, but it doesn't search. It claims search, but it doesn't search.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, wait. Got it. Oh, and then the autosave.
there's a train. I'm very far away. I don't usually hear trains. Unless there's a semi with a train horn. Could also be. I knew a trucker that had one.
Oh, I've used up all my power shards. Hold on. Alright, that's got that all set up. It just needs power ran to it.
Oh, you bastard.
I'm gonna ask you to run the power on these, only because you managed to make this thing look so clean in comparison to what I do. And that's the constructor, the packager, and the sink. It's just the 3 items. Hey, sure, I can throw down a power pole and be done with it.
How is that so... Oh. Come on. Yeah, I'm currently underneath the platform. Putting down the pipe work.
Alright, that's all full.
So should have gotten.
All the pipes are full.
Wait and see if that train drops off anymore.
It's not going to. I just went and checked all the what do you call it? The train storages, not the industrial thing, but I checked the little train stations. They're all full.
I know you said what you would do is run a power pole.
Yeah.
Kind of what I'm doing right now.
Okay. I didn't know if you had a different way to do it, so.
I mean, for this, that's good enough. No, it looks like it was only a single car. Yep, only single car of aluminum.
Oh, and I didn't do the.
No, you can't. I'm just going to remove this. Right here. Once the train gets off of it. No. We can't use this.
Oh.
Yeah, we only got a single car of aluminum, which tells me that we only have one single car for drop-off.
Okay. All right. So, we gotta go. So, I think aluminum then will be the plan for next week. Because aluminum needs a major rework. So, I may ask you to help me with doing the major rework on aluminum next week.
There we go. Package is running.
All right. Well then, it's time to do the final piece.
Yep, connect up. Alright, I'll start
Yep.
on the opposite end of it.
Sounds good.
So we're not pulling too close together. Try and keep this thing a little bit balanced. And now that it's going tonight, all this is all lit up. So,
Oh man, I'm getting that stupid weird glitch.
oh, just completely back out of trying to place anything and then start again. That usually fixes it for me.
I hope 1.1 fixes that.
I don't know, because that's a server side thing. Never ran into it anywhere else. I know they did.
Yeah, but I mean,
They did huge changes to the server stuff.
right.
Because I was looking at some of the lists, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't even understand half of what they're saying they're fixing here. Oh, look at that power. I'm going slowly because it's taking him a bit to fill up.
Oh, I can't say I'm going slowly.
Ooh. Replace that junction.
Alright, done one whole row of power. Whoa, look at that.
I have to replace one of your junctions.
Oh, did I not have it in a line?
Oh, and it did a wiggle.
Oh.
Alright. Why does this pipe wanna... that's a weird one. For some reason, this one pipe wants to have the sight glass at the very end of it, rather than in the middle.
Oh.
That's very strange.
I love how the shadow between the lampposts the shadow lands right on the sight glass.
So now you can't see what's in it.
Autosave. Yeah, I had no way to really do the math on how much power this is actually going to give us because of the power augmenters.
Yeah, because we don't know how much we're actually boosting.
Right.
Because that stacks. So you'd have to know how many augmenters.
And I don't remember how many we built. I know we built a few.
Yep.
And sure, I mean, while you had the glitch thing, yeah, you can just supplement your power just by just constantly building more augmenters. But what fun is that when you can do this?
I'll take either, because those buildings are kind of cool. So.
Oh yeah. I'm so curious as to what it does to them when you start running that phase 5 item into them.
Yep.
So I have no idea what it does. All right, there's 2 rows.
Yep. And all my pipes are empty over here at the moment. The generators are running. It's just since I hooked them up. We're hooking them up as quickly as we're hooking them up. It's
sucking it down.
It's trickling it down. So maybe we should wait till these completely fill and then move on to the middle.
Well, there's only 1 row left to do.
That might be why it's taking a while.
300,000 megawatts.
Oh, and there's generators, I think, starting to turn off.
Well, we sucked that down in a hurry, didn't we?
Yep.
But the question is it getting sucked down? Or does it need a pump to get the... Because these are long pipes, so
Yeah, but
we
we've
might
also
need a pump to push it down.
We've also completely emptied the pipe, so the flow rate's going to suffer a bit before it catches back up.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that was my other reason for thinking that putting a pump on these might not be a horrible plan. But I need to fly back down and check our storages. Because if they're all completely empty, we burned through that fuel a whole hell of a lot faster than what it said we were going to burn through.
No. Let's see. Train stations are mostly full, and the buffers are completely full.
All right, so then we need to add pumps.
We give it a minute to balance back out. Back and start this row.
The thing is that as long as these rows are, the back end generators are going to be constantly cutting on and off.
Yeah, until the system's full. Because you're not using the full 600, right? Might take it a minute.
True.
Yeah, so I've been really getting into pipe work recently, the last month or so. Trying to, because we end up having issues that we don't understand and whatnot. So I've been diving in deep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, that's when I found out that, yeah, if your pipe is empty or partially empty, or that contributes to your flow rate. So if your pipe is only half full, you're only going to get half the amount of flow through that pipe
Gotcha.
than as if it was completely full, which does make some bit of sense.
It does. It does. But that means that now, whenever you calculate, you want to make sure that the pipes stay full. So you actually want extra.
Yeah, which is good. That's why I was like, it's good that you didn't go a full 600. So it might take a bit, but it will eventually catch up to itself and fill the pipes up completely.
Well, then I'm going to go ahead and hook up the last row. Oh, no, you already hooked it up. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm starting on it. There's that bug again. It seems to happen with pipes more often than belts and... You got everything
I want to
painted
see.
over there?
No. Oh, the only problem with the power towers is that I can't look for the little light nodule. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, I got one row down here that's almost all red. Yeah. There's no fuel on this line whatsoever.
It is filling up at this end, though, so it's slowly making its way back down. We'll see what happens. Give it a minute. Start painting.
Wow. That's a huge difference. Good question, Frostbite, but doing that, you still need a pump to kind of lift it up to get the gravity flow going.
Yeah, it's like real life water towers. Pump the water out of the ground into the tower, and then once it's in the tower, and it gets distributed to everybody else, it doesn't need anything from there.
So yeah, this looks like a give it about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because fuel, we're good on.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. All right, these are at 1,400. Wait.
Yeah, the amount of power this thing is generating. We've over doubled it. Yeah, and then you fly up with your hover pack up above all the towers and stuff, and just look over the vast the vast rows. Oh man.
Oh, I know. This is.
Oh, if you go a little
Like I
higher,
said,
you might be able to get on the manta ray.
I got it.
Nice.
But yeah, this is just a sea of generators.
Yeah, yeah, a sea of a smog.
This has been a heck of a build tonight, chat.
Heck yeah.
But hey, it was successful. And we're good on power until next week. Oh, we're up to 201,000 on our power boost, which means that stuff's starting to back up over there, and the other 33 are starting to kick on. So, yeah, I think we just give this a little bit of time, and then that top line should flatline for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, are you happy now? Your production is like way over your max consumption.
Yes, I'm much happier now.
Everything could turn on all at once and it wouldn't even matter.
Nope. Frostbite says enough electricity to reignite a dead sun.
Probably. Yeah, actually, I've done a lot of research on nuclear power plants, but I don't actually know how much power they generate. I know it's an insane amount, but the only research I've done is how they work.
Considering the fact that pretty much our entire map is being powered by fuel generators. I mean, yes, we have the little coal generator thing over there. That thing could just be torn down.
I tried to convince Bitviper to do it, but he wouldn't.
Well, I mean, why waste the coal?
Yeah. I was also thinking, why waste the resources too? Yeah, we started. There was a point where we started talking about a lot of these factories that got sinks on them, turning the sinks off, so the factories back up. On the ones that can do that without ruining a system, obviously.
Right.
But a lot of these factories, except for the high priority ones, the ones that generate a lot of points.
But I mean, if the sink is set in the right spot on the production line, then you don't need to get rid of it.
No, they're not getting rid of it, just switching it off. But the reason we were doing that though was because we were thinking, not having animations and not having the calculation on the CPU as well would save on the server's resources.
It could.
If factories are backing up.
And then I go and build this.
Yeah. Well, this is a almost kind of a necessary evil, I guess. Because we need to do something with the fuel. This is the most logical.
And I want power.
Yep.
I'm tired of the maximum consumption being above the maximum production.
Yeah.
So we got, and what's bad is that what we've done here, our maximum production was at around 150.
Yeah, and it was 107.5 before I added my 33 generators.
Okay. And now we are damn near at 400, I think. Oh yeah, look at that. Power's starting to flatline the way we wanted it to. Things are doing what it's supposed to. Yeah, 362. So we basically added another 210 megawatts of power. But if it was 107 before, we added a lot.
Yep.
Oh,
We'll just do this.
that's a lot. That's a lot of power.
And we'll.
Oh, and our bonus for the power boost is almost at 200,000.
We've added 200 and. That's not exact, but it's 254,000.
Okay. So we added more than what the maximum consumption was to begin with. In theory, we should be good on power for the rest of the game now.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the nuclear power station will just be for fun. Just because nuclear is fun.
Well, and of course, when we get to the point that we can make ionized fuel, I don't think I'm going to want to build another fuel station. I think I'm going to want to convert.
Yeah, convert this one.
Yeah.
We can easily do that. Like, very easily do that. Just go up to one of the pipelines, hit flush tire system, and then flush all the buffers and the train station. And you're done.
But that's for another time.
Yeah, that's for phase 5. Because there's something we need to make that fuel. So.
Oh, can you color these pipes I have in the back here?
Yeah. Oh,
Just so that it matches.
I'm at the other end at the moment, but. Alright.
And to be honest, I kind of like having the wrap around. It just feels safer.
Oh, yeah. I'm on rocket fuel now. Woo! Flying through the air.
And I'll go check that and see how badly it's choking on aluminum.
Yeah, I don't know about the aluminum factory, but the train station's full.
Oh. Okay, so we're definitely not choking on aluminum.
Well, I don't exactly know that.
Well, no, I'm saying we're not choking on aluminum over here.
Yeah. Yeah, that one train car was more than good enough.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the train station just left with a full car. So. Oh, I'm loving this rocket fuel.
Oh yeah. We got plenty of rocket fuel.
Yep.
All right, so now what we have to do is go back where we started.
Where's the train at?
Double check and make sure everything's running smoothly over there, because that was the whole reason for building this, was to make sure that factory ran smoothly. Trying to make sure I'm heading towards Crater Lake.
Didn't want to wait for the train.
Nope. I'm faster this way.
Yeah, I guess so.
There it is. Oh, ran out of gas. That's the one thing, man. You burn through the rocket fuel fast.
Yeah, I'm using it very sparingly. Just trying to keep myself aloft.
Hey, now the part rocks are all supposed to be gone. I blew up all of them. Okay,
I just love
we
how
have.
I'm just now looking at it from up here, way above. Use that massive platform for the small line of machines on the one end. That's funny.
Okay, so we're still waiting. We are not at maximum power yet.
Yeah, that might be something we have to fix. Maybe it is better to pull out of the train station rather than pulling from before it. Because the train station's got the buffer. Or it's got the... Whoa,
Yep.
that rear car is pretty low. Oh, maybe not. So the way I got it right now... Pulling from there. I'm only pulling from the... Oh... Well, that was a 3 in the morning mistake. That would be why.
Oh,
I'm pulling from the very last factory, and, well, I'm only producing 300 in the factory, and I need 343 fuel to run that. Yeah, I think that might have been a 3 in the morning mistake.
that's full. Wait a minute.
Okay, went ahead and hooked up an extra machine to that pipeline.
That's full. That's full. That's full. That's full.
Oh,
Ah! Why is that not full? Okay, looks like I need extra pumps on this thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely I need an extra pump on this.
oh, we're running out of fuel.
Yep, I'm working on fixing that right now. I saw where the problem was, and it's actually with the pipeline.
Yeah.
Because it coming up that ramp, even though I've got a pump right there,
Oh yeah, look
Right.
at that. It's
That's full. That's full.
okay. Now it's flowing.
That's full.
Now
That's full. That's full.
looks like
Okay. That one's good. All right.
yeah.
Yeah. So I had that one pipeline there for some reason wasn't flowing. And it's flowing now.
Yeah, interesting.
No. No, it's still not flowing. Look at this pipeline right here that I'm standing on.
Hold on a second. Yeah, there's no reason that pump shouldn't be pushing it. The head lift's only less than a quarter of what it can
Yeah.
do.
But you look at this pipe,
Yeah, the pipe's
and
it's flowing 600. Maybe it's bugged, but it says it's flowing 600 to me. I mean, it's mostly empty, but that's because
yeah,
it ran out. They ran out, and the machines are still using all of that. So,
but it shouldn't be running out when the pipe right next to it is completely full.
right. Were both these pipes empty before you put that pump on there?
This pipe was not empty. It had pretty much the same amount that it has right now.
This pipe was full. Or the one I'm standing on.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so try replacing that pipe then. Just tear it out. It might be bugged.
Forget the upper to lower thing.
Yeah.
Just it's already got more in it than it did before.
How much are you taking out of these pipes? Ooh, I don't know if that's ever gonna. I don't know if that pipe is ever gonna be able to get full because you're pulling 600.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just,
No.
it's
No.
never gonna get there.
Oh, the thing is, it's the same thing across the rest of the pipes too.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why the other three are staying 100% full, no problem, but this one pipe is not. Because these are all designed with the exact same math.
Well, this one's also higher too, but again, with the pump head lift not being that bad,
Right.
I'm tempted to remove that pump and see what the head lift is.
Go for it. Back to problem solving.
Yep. Sometimes you just gotta. Let's see what the head lift is on this. And the head lift's only 12. Oh, there it goes. Going up. 12.5. And the head lift's not maxed out, so it should be pushing all the way.
That's what I thought.
What the hell?
So it's a little confusing as to why it's behaving the way that it is.
Flow rate's climbing here. Okay, flow rate is going. But yeah, now that we're using that fuel, or the machines are using that heavy oil at
Right.
the maximum rate, it's never going to catch up to itself.
No, I know that. So I'm using the exact amount of heavy oil that's being produced.
Yep. Maybe that pipe was just bugged for some reason. I mean, I've had it happen before.
Okay.
I mean, the flow rate's still pretty good up here, so.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah,
as long as we feel-
you're at 600 where I'm standing.
Oh, let me find you.
Yeah, it's 600 right here.
Right.
And
And
this
it's the
one-
next pipe segment.
Yeah, that one's mostly empty. It is flowing at 600 though.
Okay.
So, and then the pipe right after it is completely full too. So, yeah, all the machines are getting what they need.
Thunder's getting a big head over here, chat.
Yeah.
Alright, so are you still choking on fuel down there?
Because I'm using the exact amount. Yeah, my fuel
Right.
pipe looks mostly full. It's about half full, a little over half full. That one goes down to the end ones here. Yeah, these ones are full of fuel. Yeah,
I didn't do them all, but I took 3 of them and I threw sloops in them. Well, specifically in that grouping where we got the bug pipe. Because by slooping it, should cause this thing to back up.
yeah. See, you got good head lift there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I double checked the head lift last week.
Right.
I do like the way I've got the pipeline looking. I want to color it though.
Yeah.
It's the wrong color.
Head lift is good there.
Oh yeah. Plastic and rubber are
They're flowing.
all right. So that takes us back over there. We have this one little section. It was weird because this section should be the section that's actually getting what it needs. Well, we got a section over here. Yeah, they keep cutting on and off over here. And we got a section that just isn't getting the fuel. All right, where's the input at? Okay, so it's going in through here.
Love all these belts flowing down here. So good. When your belts are going at maximum speed and they're maximum full. Everything looks good.
Yeah, but we're just not getting the flow down here for some reason.
Where are you at?
I'm down at your fuel generators, the 33 that you made.
Okay.
This thing's got plenty. And it may just be a thing of going, we gotta wait for the train to run a few more, do a few more runs. Because I saw it come back with one empty car this time rather than 10 empty cars. Oh no! So the big head thing? No, that's that's the April Fools. I mean, I remember before we were able to edit our characters, the big head thing was an April Fool's thing. Take a look at a power pole.
1 second. Pull the somerslips out of all those. What do we got? No. The 203,000 and then voop 421,000. Yeah, I'd say you hit your 400,000 mark.
Yeah, and that's just on the power boost.
Yep. That's funny.
Hey, alien technology is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so we are. Oh yeah. We just broke 600,000. So
once these generators are on full time, it'll be over 600,000.
We are not going to have to worry about power for the rest of the game. And honestly, we weren't really originally worried about power. I was a little concerned about the fact that, you know, our maximum consumption was significantly above our production. But, I also knew most of those factories were kind of dead.
Yeah.
So I think the next few sessions is going to be going back to some of the older factories, Tundra, and revamping them with better recipes. Better drills. And just overall just increasing their output as much as we possibly can. But also trying to streamline the factory too. So, you know, like trying to go and redo the aluminum factory. That's going to be a whole session, if not two. The one that's going to be interesting is going to be where the hub is. Redoing what's being made at the hub.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be a good idea to just completely rip out everything. And
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, and basically, if that's going to be where the hub is going to be permanently with the space elevator, then maybe we want to build a structure of sorts.
Actually, I want to put the hub, believe it or not, I want to put the hub at the mall.
Now that I have a place for that. It's a nice flat spot overlooking the desert. And you can see the Titan Forest from there, the Desert Canyon. It's a nice scenic spot.
Yeah, I think the hub would be best at the mall. And the space elevator, also, we can move it wherever we want to.
Yeah, honestly, it should probably be where the hub's at as well.
I agree. So we'll take that beginning area and strip it all out except for Bit Viper's concrete factory.
Yeah. Yeah, he already converted it to wet concrete anyway. I think he did. I think that's what he said he did.
I think he did, I'm not sure. But, you know, and that's why I was having a hard time typing an answer to this question in Discord. You know, because he asked, is there something I can be working on? And I'm sitting going, well, we need to kind of go back through our old factories and reassess the factory now that we have all these recipes and everything.
Yeah.
And stop using all the rubber. But all right. Project accomplished for tonight. That is a massive sea of I'm trying to get myself to a spot here. Because all right, what's the screenshot mode?
P or H first, then P.
H P. All right.
Yeah, and the mouse wheel will zoom in and out. The new photo mode, amazing.
Oh, looks amazing.
I was playing with it, having so much fun. It was like, oh, this is so good. Oh, middle mouse click to get rid of the grid.
Well, no, I just let the game actually take a shot because I know the grid's not in the picture.
I guess that's true. I don't. I just use the F12 key rather than the left clicking because then I only have one screenshot, not two.
But it is a perfect time of day because it's kind of twilight, and so getting a shot of this entire power grid going. Turbo electric motor. All right.
Yeah, I went to scan a hard drive and there was no more rewards available.
Lotus. Oh man, I'm sorry, Lotus. I see it. We were a little focused.
Oh.
But I mean, this took a little more work than anticipated, but at the same time, the entire thing is running. We've got electricity. Yeah. I mean, I'm not to throw a downer here at the end, but yeah, I'm still struggling to try to get the help we need to get the house fixed and everything. But one step at a time. It's been a lot of fun. We have power.
Yes.
We have a lot of power because my thought was originally going, all right, so yeah, we build this and we should double to maybe 250% of our power, and instead we went over triple of our power.
Let's see. 614. 506,000 megawatts were added today.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, right.
Yeah, we went from producing 108,000 megawatts to 614,000 megawatts. That's a hell of a jump.
I mean, hell, you can't even do that with nuclear. Well,
That
I mean,
sounds
you
like a
can.
challenge.
Like, that's
I mean,
what
you
think.
can. You can. But man, it takes a lot of work to make that happen with nuclear.
It's an interesting puzzle when you do nuclear, yeah. Especially if you do the full no waste loop.
Yes.
Oh man,
and,
that is a puzzle.
and if you're gonna do nuclear on this server, I'm expecting you to do the no waste loop.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you have to. Because this thing runs constantly 100% of the time, so even if I made 1,000 industrial storage containers to hold nuclear waste, they would fill up pretty fast.
So, but yeah, we got the rocket fuel doing its thing.
Yeah, all the generators are running now, by the way.
Oh, I saw that. Well, that's why I took the picture when I did, because they had smoke coming out of every single smokestack.
Well, I meant like over here as well. All the generators are finally running.
Oh, all the generators are running.
Yeah, I did summer sloop all of the machines making rocket fuel to help the system catch back up to itself.
All right. Let's see where we're at now. 614,000 megawatts. And because we have batteries, those batteries are damn near pointless. So our production is 614. Our capacity is 615.
Yeah. Well, I haven't built my massive battery storage area yet. Not that we really needed it.
Right. Well, and there's some things that just don't need to be built because it eats up space and resources.
Yeah. Luckily, batteries don't. They have one animation, which is charging, and then once it's full, there is no animation.
So, all right. Well, Tundra, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Hey, and Bit Viper, thanks for jumping in here at the tail end.
Yeah, I had to make the showing.
Make a cameo.
He shouldn't have to worry about power. He shouldn't have to worry about power now for your factory. And if between now and next Tuesday, you somehow manage to make us run out of power,
Yeah,
then I'm
sounds
just
like a
gonna
challenge.
then I'm just gonna shut down the server.
Well, I think you'd almost have to because it'd be unplayable.
Oh, I know. That's what
Yeah.
I was getting at. Because for him to make everything necessary to use up all of that power at this stage,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would take an effort.
all right. So we got pressure coverage cubes. We got our power going. We are going to want to go revamp some stations or some locations next time. But I think I also want to focus on starting to finally get those last 3 items for phase 4 so that we can move into phase 5.
Yeah, once we get
So-
those crappy factories up to stuff.
So other than nuclear pasta, because that belongs to Tundra, the other 2 items, Mid Viper, if you want to build something that is making one or the other of it, go for it.
What are those? One is the something cube. I'm guessing that's the pressure cube or something.
Okay.
The nuclear pasta belongs to Tundra, and I've already got the pressure conversion cubes going.
Yeah, thermal propulsion rockets. We have everything we need to start making those.
Okay.
Which is the rocket-looking one. It's the red and black.
The third one on the list.
Yeah,
Or
the
on
250.
corner?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And then the other one is the.
Which I think we've got everything being made for that one too.
Yeah. Somehow I always forget that one. It's something to do with gravity.
So, all right, well, 2 minutes till the server shuts down. So, guys, y'all have a great night. I'm gonna log out here, wrap up the stream, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow with some medieval engineers.
Heck yeah.
Y'all have a great night.
Alrighty then. Well, with that though, I do believe that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory on the dedicated server. So just a quick little reminder, if you'd like to check out DDG's channel, the link to his channel will be down in the description below of this video, along with him and others on my main YouTube page underneath the friendly content creator section. So if you get the chance, definitely check them out. Freaking heck, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of power. Yeah, and summer slipping these definitely did help. And heck, I might even leave them summer sloop, to be honest with you, because good lord, man, we are still sucking the fuel even though I'm producing twice the amount. So I might have to leave them summer sloop for a few days on the server to see if they finally get balanced out. As you can see, I mean, look at this. Look, we're 568. And I don't know if the train's been through here recently. Couldn't tell you. But we're actually getting full again, though. Because this was like 600. And this one was like... What was it? Like 400 or something like that. Something like that. Yeah, definitely summer slipping everything. It does mean that these do max out every now and again. They do fill up with fuel, but eventually it does get sucked out into this stuff. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so that the train is full again. So yeah, we'll have to leave it running for a little bit, and I'll come back and take out the summer sloops. And I'm also, when I come back, I will be designing those archways that he wanted to. I think I'll use the beam rotation method to do those. I think that would be the best way to accomplish that goal. Yeah, I think that'd be really good. But anyway, though, like I said, that is going to be it. So I don't know what next time is going to be. We shall see. Whatever his brain tells us that we need to be doing. Whatever he decides. I love this rocket fuel, though. Oh my gosh, dude. Just, wow. We can fly just so high. It's freaking great. But yeah, we'll be doing something else next time. I wonder if you can see the other factory from here. Like if I get up high enough. Yep, I can see it. I can see it. It's amazing. Uh-oh, that's gonna hurt. Ow. Woo! I love it. I love the rocket fuel. So good. But yeah, again, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.